So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So today I thought we'd talk about the Kizuna, the Sugo, if anything special is going on, and we can take a look at the units as well. So yeah, let's jump into it. We've got the Kizuna Dogstorm and Cat Viper announced. So no new future play, that's just for super boss Kizunas nowadays. There's a Kizuna class sale, and the only thing I say there is that I don't know why they do big Rainbow Games packs without any Kizuna pots, but yeah, that's Bandai for you. Also added to the Super Evolution. So yeah, if we start with the actual Kizuna, sadly there's nothing special going on. Some things to note is, one thing is that they're adding the Roger skulls already to the Kizuna shop, so that's a bit early. Usually it takes a bit longer. As you see, the others added are a lot older units than Roger, but I guess that they don't want to annoy the player base too much by delaying it, so yeah, that's nice of them. So next month maybe we get the super type Luffy skulls, the quick one. We'll see. Also, I saw some celebrating that Cat and Dog only needed 3 skulls, as if that will mean less grinding Kizuna, but I figured they'd always do this. It's just that you need to get them from box 4 to 6. Before you could get 6+ skulls from box 2 to 6. So this doesn't really change anything, you still need to go to box 6 and get the skulls there. It's just that now you need to spend more resources. Like, it's not bad to spend normal skulls, but it's nothing to celebrate either. It is what it is, basically. Other than that, nothing really special noticed here. So yeah, nothing to talk about. And pretty funny this, they say that you can go over 9,999 Kizuna tickets. We know, and we also know that they've deleted that notice about looking into the Kizuna ticket bug. It's been missing for like 2 days now, so we don't know if they're trying to sweep it under the rug or if they are working on a response. We also don't know, so we'll see about that. Anyway, let's check out the Sugo Fest. We'll take a look at Perospero and Jack in a bit. But yeah, step-ups are basically the same as always when it comes to Legend debut Kizunas. Basically, 3rd is recommended, 5th is a Legend, 8th is a Legend, 10th is a recommended, and the other steps are a bit whatever. Like Kizuna Clash Sugo Fest only character is not the greatest step, and neither is the Sugo Fest rate booster character step. 25 multis for Perospero. I do not advise that, of course. But yeah, I do prefer normal Kizunas more, because then at least in 5 multis you are 100% guaranteed to get a new unit. You are not 100% guaranteed to get a new unit here, but you are more likely to get a new unit in general, because usually in Kizunas the new units have very low rates. But at least the debut legends have a set rate at 0.5%, and this is higher than the Kizuna rare recruits usually have. It sounds silly, but it's the truth. It wouldn't surprise me if Perospero rate is higher than Jack, for example, which is super dumb, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's take a look at the pool as well. Yeah, here's the good stuff. So the Kizuna legends are Perospero, Kaido Crew, Capone Crew, and Sanji Pudding. It's a bit varied there. I'm sure many are disappointed about no Toki, no X-Drake, and maybe in particular no Boa, who is the most recent one, except for Perospero. So maybe someone won't pull here. Personally speaking, I'm happy that Prime Beard is here, but he should still have half rate, so not likely to pull. Shirahoshi is here, which is someone I'm lacking a lot of copies of, so I wouldn't mind getting a few of her. I don't mind getting my final copy of Sengoku to get his Super Tandem to level 5. And yeah, this is not the worst, but not the best for me, basically. I will do 5 multis and see what I get. Okay, so let's take a look at the new units. Both are actually very good. Striker-driven Dex Yak. Yeah. It's a pretty special crewmate ability. It makes his tandem slots and matching slot effects and makes his slot tandem at the beginning of a quest. Yeah, that's a very rare. I think that's unique actually. As for the special, reduces special bind 5 turns, reduces damage threshold and death up by 5 turns, boosts color affinity of Dex, Striker and Driven by 2.25 times for 1 turn. And yeah, just a solid unit in general, but if you've seen teams using like Super Tandem Kaido against Super Boss, there's been some Super Bosses where you've done against strength with him, and it's so hard to find good Dex, Striker, color affinity boosters, and this Yak is basically perfect for that in the future. So he will probably see play in Super Boss. I feel that's pretty safe to say. Of course, there could be power creep and such, but yeah, this Yak is a very solid unit for sure. And there's not like a lot of Yaks competing for spots on Super Tandem Kaido teams either. Moving on, Perospero. I just want to say that I don't really follow the anime, but I saw what happened the last episode, and they really managed to time this batch super well, actually. But yeah, Perospero. Dex Striker driven as well, and he has some neat potential abilities, in particular slot bind, always welcome, and reduce CD, so minus 6 CD. So his 13 CD is actually 7 CD. If you add in sockets and ship, that's usually 4 CD. So yeah, he can a lot of the time be ready for stage 3. There's not much lacking there, which is pretty cool to get the full level 2 special. As for the captain ability, Striker and Driven 5.25 times attack, 1.2 times HP. Strength, Dex recovery have matching slot effects, 10% damage reduction, and 10 turn special reverse. Just very solid in general. Good attack boost, you get some extra bulk, matching slots, special utility and special reverse. You don't need much more. Double Perospero probably not good, but using one as a hybrid could be nice. And it will also be a very nice sub if you look at this special. So he has 2 different ones. Level 1 is just 8 CD, so you can always use that from the beginning if you use Perospero as captain. Not recommended though. 10% HP cut, minus 1 CD for Striker and Driven. Locks their slot for 1 turn and gives a 60% damage reduction. If captain is a Striker or Driven class, sets the chain multiplier minimum value to 2.75 and up to 10. So it's basically a chain boundary starting at 2.75 times and going up to 10. Which is perfectly reasonable for a 8 CD special. So yeah, very solid option to have, but level 2 is the one you'll want to use most of the time. Still 10% HP cut, now you reduce CD by 2 turns for Striker and Driven. You also get the unchangeable lock. Basically we called this the perfect lock before, because we've only got perfect locks, but now it's a great lock. So Perospero is truly great since it gives you the great lock, and that's vastly superior to perfect lock. At least if you set it up yourself, of course. Like if you set up so you have a full board of locked 1 orbs, for example, you will keep that even if you hit perfects, which is very cool. Usually the enemy can delete your own unchangeable slots, but we'll see if that's the case with great. I know you can't remove enemy great locks with then we can't remove enemy applied great locks, but I guess they can remove those you applied. We'll have to see. He also does a 95% damage reduction for 1 turn, and if captain is Striker or Driven, you get a 3.25 times chain boundary, and it maxes out at 15 times. And if you already have one chain lock, you get a base attack boost instead. That will probably not happen much, but it's a nice bonus at least. So yeah, this Perospero is obviously designed to be good for super bosses. He has perfect synergy with the new like Dex Striker that is beginning to carve out. Like 95% damage reduction is amazing to pair him up with versus Yamato, for example, since you basically get a free 1.95 times damage reduction attack boost, which Yamato provides. And Dex doesn't really have a lot of options for chain boundary, so this adds to that. One thing to note is that it caps very early. Usually it caps at like 30 or 25. 15 is pretty low. Like usually you won't get there. But if you do like a striker team with like V1 Yamato or OG Yamato, so to say, then Yamato can usually hit about 20 times pretty easily in Super Boss, but that's going to be capped to 15, so just something to note. But yeah, I think this is a great unit overall. Like if you're talking every game mode in the game, like will be great in Super Boss. Great lock mechanic, is good in basically any mode. And Perospero's reduced CD means you don't even need to use Perospero as captain. You just need to build around Striker and Driven basically, which is not too hard. They are probably two of the best 4 classes in the game. So not going to be too hard to build a team around that. As for the super class, it's mostly a nice bonus, I'd say. You need 6 strikers. Should have been striker or driven, to be honest, but it is what it is. You change its blocks and type orbs to matching, and you apply a minus 30% striker resistance to all enemies. So basically, you can choose here, either use superclass pretty early and lock matching orbs with Perospero special, or you can save it for, say, the last stage and you get a big extra resistance boost, so you do more damage. Wow, we also make strength and dex matching, that's pretty damn good. And resist special reverse by 5, also great. We can take a look at his PvP as well. I've not checked it, I've just heard it's bad. Yeah, not the best ability, not awful low. And the special paralysis, damage over time. Wow, okay, that's totally useless, but yeah, that's usually the story for most legends, that they aren't good in PvP. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.